Excellencies, ICC Registrar, Honorable Judge of the War Crimes Division of the High Court of Uganda, Honorable Minister of Justice for Botswana, who I believe is present in the audience, the Attorney General of Botswana, President of the Ugandan Law Society, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, welcome. My name is Lorraine Smith. I am the Program Manager for the International Bar Association, and we are co-hosting this event in collaboration with the International Criminal Court. It is a pleasure and a privilege to stand here in that capacity. On the 12th of May 2010, this year, the International Bar Association and the ICC launched a campaign to encourage qualified African women lawyers to apply for admission to the ICC list of counsel and list of assistants to counsel. The campaign was launched during a press conference at the ICC in The Hague. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a need. As of January this year, only 61 of a total of 335 counsel registered to practice before the ICC are women. Female lawyers are integral to the effective functioning of the ICC. By providing legal assistance to victims or defendants, women lawyers can significantly contribute to the advancement of international justice. Importantly, given the disproportionate number of crimes against women in conflict, achieving women's equal representation as counsel or legal assistants before the ICC is critical. The initial focus of the campaign will be on African lawyers, since the current situations before the ICC all concern Africa. In our view, encouraging African women to sign up to the list of counsel presents an important opportunity to empower African women, many of whom have been victimized. The ICC List Council provides a unique opportunity for African women lawyers practicing at the national level to receive training, to develop key legal skills, and to network in the field of international criminal law. This training can and should also be utilized at the national level. In our view, this is positive complementarity at work. Today's panel discussion represents the official launch of the campaign in Africa. We are honored to have a distinguished panel of experts and other distinguished participants with us today, and we are looking forward to a lively discussion.
I can say that it's the time to come to the court. Lawyer, come to the court. Come with your enthusiasm, and the court will take care of your ambition. We do our best in order that your career will be a successful one, that your contribution will be praised as deserved. Thank you.
So, I have a comment and a question. My comment goes to perception. I'm adding my voice to the voice of the campaign. Women have a negative perception when it comes to criminal litigation. Criminal litigation is a very interesting area, but you find in my country, I'm speaking like, given the experience of Uganda, there are very few female lawyers who like to do criminal litigation. The fact that we've been doing criminal litigation, actually we normally get questions from very many people, including our fellow lawyers. They ask you, Sylvia, you do criminal litigation? You do rape? You do defilement? Are you a mother? True, I'm a mother, but criminal litigation, whether this person is a criminal or what, because I did international law and human rights, these people have rights. Yes, I think at the beginning of the symposium, sorry, at the beginning of the review conference, we had one Ugandan who made a comment and said, if you're going to arrest Konyi and take him to a 5-star hotel, whether 5-star or not 5-star, even if it is a prisoner, the person still has rights. So we have to move from this negative kind of perception when it comes to criminal litigation. So I'm calling upon most of the women. Actually, during my lectures in the Law Development Center, because I'm attached to the criminal law department, sometimes we talk about international criminal law in general, But we also talk about the ICC, and most people ask questions. What is the ICC? As a student of law, what do I stand to gain if I get to know the ICC? People want literature actually on ICC, and we don't have enough literature in those departments. So first of all, I'd like to encourage the ICC to send more literature in the academia, find means of educating the law students on the ICC. The general training that we have is just for international criminal law as per se. So I think you need to penetrate the academia and also to encourage the female lawyers not to have a negative perception. Actually, when it comes to negativity, when it comes to criminal litigation, it also has an effect on the men themselves. So as Ugandans, I don't know about other countries, I encourage people to do criminal litigation. It is very, very interesting. Then my question is about interest. You have talked about an experience of 10 years if you're to join the ICC as a list, or if you're to be put on the list of counsel. Personally, I started applying when the introduction of the ICC was in Uganda. I had the privilege, by the way, of presenting a paper on, it was witness protection. I used to facilitate at workshops of the International Criminal Court. Yet when you attempt to make an application, they say, the minimum is 10 years, 10 years, 10 years. Anyway, I'm left with 1 year. So sometimes can you weigh your experience vis-a-vis interest? Because when it comes to international criminal law, it takes sometimes effort to reach that level. I speak on behalf of people who have done masters. For me to leave my country to go and do masters in another country, it may require me about $30,000 US or 15,000 pounds if I'm to go to England. We go there and do international law courses, and when you come back here in Uganda, actually the most you do is be a consultant during maybe international human rights workshops and what, but you get underemployed in that area. This is an opportunity for people who have done masters in international law, international criminal law, and international human rights. So I thank the ICC for availing this opportunity, but think about interest vis-a-vis the requirement of the 10 years. Thank you.
When I looked at the requirements, I think they are an antithesis to the campaign targeting female African lawyers, because all the distinguished speakers have noted the very few number of women lawyers working in criminal law. So I was thinking, is there a possibility of widening the requirements? For example, if somebody has worked with victims of sexual gender-based violence, that person is well placed to get information from the victims, to even be able to be a friend of the court. So those are the issues which I'd like the ICC to take on, the whole issue of trying to widen the requirements, because as they stand now, they are restricted to African women lawyers.
I think if the lawyers are motivated to come to the court, and I encourage again to do that, we have another opportunity. If the requirement of the 10 years is not in place, we have also the possibility to allow these lawyers to be assistant to counsel, for which the requirements are at a lower rate. So this is very important, and it's very easy after to pass to the higher level of qualification. After 1 year, you will be qualified to be counsel. So this is not difficult at all.
Please do not get the impression when we say list of assistants to counsel that we're thinking of, someone who is less than counsel himself. The assistant to counsel is someone very, very senior. Normally when we talk about lead counsel, the person who is perhaps in charge of the case, you do understand that you would need someone of a sufficiently senior and experienced level. But might I say that the assistants to counsel are very senior practitioners as well.
And take up the challenge from the registrar very seriously. 1995, the East African Law Society took us to Arusha. And I had actually never even attended one single law society in my country, but I felt I should go to that conference. And Judge Goldstone came and actually talked to all of us, the Kenyans, the Ugandans, the Tanzanians, and said, take advantage of this court within your region. People didn't take it seriously. They all used to ask us, what is in that destination? You know, they did not think there was anything worthwhile. I went back to my hotel room, filled in the forms, and sent them that read. Of course, they got lost, but I sent another set. What am I saying? I'm saying, take up the challenge, take them very seriously. If you can't make it as a lawyer, the one who is the lead counsel, take up the assistantship or go and do internship. Don't look at yourself, say, I'm a lawyer, in my jurisdiction, I can't do this internship. That internship, that is how I came to find out that people from the Western world, they get jobs in internship. They go and show what they can do. And through that, they always find a way of getting there. So take up that challenge. There are internships at the ICC, at the ICTR, at Cambodia. I told you I'm here. If you want to get anywhere, you just ask me, because I worked as a defense lawyer in Sierra Leone, and I used to take up these interns from all over Africa. And some of them actually are working in Arusha. So don't shy away from doing the internships. If you can't make the 10 years or the 5 years, please.
Now that this project is launched, and I hope that we have convinced you that it's a good project, you yourself, you will be the actor of this campaign. Yourself, you will enjoy coming to the court to be lawyer, and you will communicate to other lawyers in your country and in other countries that is the good decision. So we count on you. It's something that we have to do together. We cannot just do ourselves alone. We need you as a lawyer, but we need you also as a messenger, as ambassadors, as persons who campaign with us for this very good, very important project, which effectively, and let me use my long experience as a lawyer, as a judge, prosecutor, it's time now to do that, to engage your energies. You will be compensated, this is sure.